Hi everybody, I'm Morgan.crosbie from Finch Chevrolet and welcome to Cars and Crosby. I've got a great Corvette episode for you. We're going to be doing a delivery on the Elkhart on Morello. We're going to be doing a production update as well, especially for the U Canucks. Wanting to make sure that we can keep you in the loop. If you're looking at ordering a vehicle, there's some things that have changed on that end as well. I want to make sure that everybody is aware of some things that may be going on in the Corvette production world. And then we also got a really cool combination that I want to show you as well on a color that is just recently been discontinued. So without further ado, let's get right into it with this all Corvette episode and show you the final walk around on this Elkhart Lake Blue on Morello Red Corvette. So on here you can see that the secondary color is your edge red, which you'll see in the brake calipers. You'll see it in the engine cover. You'll also see it in the interior and even the floor mats. Look at these. We haven't seen these yet. We put these in here just before the delivery, but even the stitching on the floor mats is the same, which I just absolutely love that. One final look at this amazing interior. Now keep in mind, guys, that this is an interior that you have to choose a color option override to do, and that leads me to a very big update that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and that is if you're trying to order a Corvette right now, it can't be a sold unit. And so we've already gone through that. Rick and a lot of other guys have passed along what that means. If you've been watching Corvette Blogger or the Corvette Today podcast, they also mentioned it in the last episode about how if you have a unit and they are going to be building it, they're just not going to mark it as being a sold unit. And that's mainly to cover GM in case that they do have the production of this model year get a little bit short. And then also they're talking about price increases, so they don't want to have you thinking that you're going to be getting your Corvette and having no price increases and then that happening to you. Now, there is one side effect of this that I didn't pick up on until I was about to place an order with a Corvette, and it's a similar situation to what happened with this one, where the customer wanted to do an option interior that wasn't available for the color, and I'm running into that right now. And I just want to give everyone a heads up that this is something that we're working on trying to make a solution for. If you're trying to build an order and it is a color option override, you normally can only do this if it's a sold order. And if you can't place a sold order right now, you can see where I'm going with this. It's going to create a situation where you may not be able to order what you're looking for. Now, if this is something that you're running into, this might be a rare thing. These things don't happen every day where people want to do a color option override. But, you know, I'm always looking to find out how to solve a problem, because it means that there's probably going to be someone else down the road that has the same issue and I already know the answer to it. So I'm excited about this one. I've been calling around to a bunch of folks and I think I have some answers, but I just want to confirm before I publish it. So if you are looking at doing a kooky build, if you're looking at doing a color combination override, keep in mind that this is something that we can't do on sold orders, but we're looking to try to see if we can make an exception on some things. Now, I have 4 Corvettes that are on their way up right now, so I'm excited to show you guys that. We also have some more updates coming to you guys on exhaust systems. I do have an exhaust system that I will be doing an install video on in the next couple of episodes. And then in terms of the Vossen rims, we did just notice that there was a little bit of rubbing on the splash guard, but after it rubbed it off a little bit, it hasn't really done it since, and the ride, in my opinion, hasn't really been noticeable in terms of it being a huge sacrifice in terms of performance. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going to be taking a look at a color that unfortunately is no longer around. The bronze or Zeus Bronze color is no longer able to be accepted, as well as Sebring Orange. And I actually had the opportunity a couple weeks back to see a Zeus Bronze because we didn't have one come in through the dealership. Accelerate Yellow, Zeus Bronze, Sebring Orange, those ones evaded me, and no one wanted to order those ones from my dealership. And it's fine, you know, if someone didn't want to get those colors, I'm not going to tell someone they need to just because we haven't seen it. But I was very excited that somebody reached out to me with a Zeus Bronze Corvette, and I shot this video that you're about to see right now. Enjoy. All right, guys, I'm at Scotty's Shine Shop. I have a really cool Corvette that I want to show you guys, and it's going to give you guys a lot of insight on what kind of combinations will go well with a really cool color that unfortunately does not have that much time left in production before it's being discontinued. I can definitely guarantee that this has the makings of being a black rose metallic, which in the C7 generation ended up being a very short, low production run, but now they're very hard to find, and there is a premium for finding that price on that color. So I'm thinking of Daytona Sunset Orange, I'm thinking of Black Rose Metallic, being a very similar color to this one here, which is Zeus Bronze. So let me introduce you to it. This is a 3LT Z51 convertible in Zeus Bronze, and there's a lot of things that we need to cover on this one, as this is a very good example of having a consistent design language throughout the entire vehicle. So starting off with the actual paint, Zeus Bronze is a new color to the C8, and unfortunately it's only going to see 2 model years of life before they're discontinuing it. The Zeus Bronze is actually going to be discontinued very shortly. The last few orders of this will be accepted in the next month or 2, and then it's it. We have a new color coming out. It was leaked on some European configurators. I believe it was the Czech Republic Chevrolet website that was showing off caffeine brown, which obviously is going to be a reference to the fact that coffee is brown, so I'm assuming that it's going to be a little bit of a darker tone than Zeus Bronze. Now, if you guys were listening in on the episode where I was meeting with a Corvette consultant for paint, the paint in here has a high metal flake, which means that there's a lot of little pieces of aluminum in here. It's got a very nice luster on it. And first thing that we have noticed on this that is definitely unique is there's no black accents like you would normally see on most Corvettes. The boomerang intakes on the side here, they're all done in body color to match. We have the spoiler done in that. We have back here the vents or the outlets for some of the cooling systems, and then also the mirrors and the front grille inserts are also body color to match. Now that's an option that you can choose. If you don't, it's going to be carbon flash metallic like the front end here, and then on your logos. That's the standard thing there. And they've done a really good job at cleaning that up. I think that that's a very smart option on this one, because they've chosen to accent it with the exposed carbon fiber 5VM package. And if you look at this, I don't think I've seen a single color that complements that 5VM exposed carbon fiber weave as good as this Zeus Bronze. I am very impressed with this specific build, mainly because if you notice the reflection on that carbon fiber weave, it's got almost a brownish tinge to it, and I wonder if it's picking up on a reflection from the actual Zeus Bronze, or if that's just something that is on all of this pre-preg carbon fiber. I have to compare it to ones that are on the black one that we have still at the dealership, as that's the closest reference that I have. But they've done a very good job at tastefully accenting this vehicle. And then on the inside, we have a 3LT interior. This has got the natural interior, so it's not a dipped. The dipped would mean that this all here would be in the natural leather. We have the seats that are the GT2, so we've got, again, that pre-preg carbon fiber right there. He's gone against doing the carbon fiber inserts on the interior, which is interesting. And then we're just going to go around to the driver's side because it'll show it off a little bit easier. This is also body color to match as well from the option. And then here we have a suede option as well. So in the steering wheel, this is suede. The mode selector over there is in solid leather. And then down here, these inserts in the center area are all done in suede as well. So Scotty's is going to be doing a full paint protection on here. You can see a portion of it right there. This is the 10 mil, so this is one of the thickest options that you can get. And really amazing addition that they've done to the interior is they're even going to do screen protection on the actual display screen. So that's very cool option that I didn't consider, that I may consider doing in the future. Really cool just to be able to see all the different colors and materials on this build. Right here in this area right here, you see the exposed carbon fiber. You've got your brushed aluminum accents from the speaker covers, and then also on, you know, your paddle shifters and your mode selector, and then you've got the natural leather. So this is a really, really interesting build. I'm impressed with how it looks. You got the Trident spoke rims in your polished sterling silver. Very good. I'm very impressed with this build. I did not have anything to do with this, but I'm very happy that we had the opportunity to show this off to the channel, as I think there'll be a lot of people that will be inspired by certain things that you see on this. So we're gonna go back to the dealership now. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit more about some other things that I have coming through the pipes, and then we'll finish up this Corvette episode. That was quite a build. I was very happy to be able to have that opportunity to see Zeus Bronze. It's unfortunate to see Sebring Orange and Zeus Bronze go, but you got a unicorn now, and congratulations to whoever ordered that color. We have 3 new colors that are coming out. I was listening to the Corvette Today podcast, and Keith Cornett from Corvette Blogger was on there, and he was mentioning that he has an article where some photos of the leaked colors are out. We don't know the names to them yet. Keep in mind, guys, that the color names that you've seen so far are just a very rudimentary internal color name. So for example, this is Rhythm and Blues. Even though it's called Elkhart Lake in the Corvette world, the marketing team at Corvette probably hasn't got their touch on putting some kind of racing pedigree themed name towards it. So keep in mind that those aren't the actual names, and if you haven't checked them out, go take a look at them and help me out in finding out some cool combinations that may go for those colors. I know that the caffeine brown is a little bit darker than what we had on the Zeus. I know that the guys were talking about how Sebring Orange and the new color is a little bit less metallic, so it's a little bit more like the Rapid Blue in terms of it being a color that pops, but it doesn't have that metal flake to it. So I'm excited to see those ones after they come about. Now, if you don't have a Corvette and you're looking to get one and you're not on a list yet, have no fear. I have a solution for you. We've got some used Corvettes still. This Louis is still available for $59.9 Canadian. So if you're looking in American dollars, that's 28% off. I'd love to be able to do an international delivery with you guys. I haven't done one yet, but that'd be kind of cool to be able to ship one over the borders, as Centennial editions are obviously a limited edition and there's not a lot of them out there, and it's just so hard to be able to find a Corvette. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you haven't already done it and you want to be notified to more videos that I have coming out, hit that bell notification and the subscribe button, and it'll help you out in knowing when I have some new content. One last thing to talk about before we get you guys go. All you Canucks may have just heard that there may be a luxury tax coming onto vehicles if the new budget gets passed in the government. Want to point out one thing that I noticed from that. It says in that statement that it's all vehicles that are over $100,000 that are going to get taxed at 20%. So if you have a $110,000 vehicle, there's only going to be a luxury tax of $2,000 on that. It's not like the entire amount is getting taxed at 20%. So on a Corvette, for example, some of them will go over $100,000. I would say more than half of them in my book would do that, but keep in mind that it's only the price over $100,000 that's going to be part of that luxury tax. So I'm already getting a lot of questions about that, especially with people that are already on the order bank. Have no fear, it's going to be a nominal amount, and if you look at the bigger picture of what these things are in terms of value, it's a no-brainer to continue with your order. So I hope you guys enjoyed that part, and happy motoring.
Threw back to me, left me broken on my knees. She was living in St. Louis, country girl from New Orleans. She made my guitar play new sounds, something fast and full of heat. Thought she was